everyone, this is Deb. Welcome to Gentle Yoga. I'm so glad you're here. So, as always, I invite you to practice within your range. Honor your body at all times. Take the time to gather any props that you might like. You might want some blocks or a blanket to sit on when we're seated or kneeling. We'll go for about a 30-minute practice today. So take your time, stay with your breath, and enjoy your practice. So let's start with our eyes closed. We'll stay right here in our seated position. And just bring the eyes closed softly. And begin to settle into the sit bones. Straighten the spine, tuck the belly a little bit and lift the chest. Let the shoulders roll down the back. Maybe let the palms rest up, or maybe just resting in your lap comfortably wherever you feel good today. And begin to notice your breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. Just slow and steady breath. Good. Allowing each inhale to bring in positive and nurturing energy to the body. And allowing each exhale to release all negative energy, frustrations, stress. We're all going through a little extra anxiety and stress during this challenging time, so take the time to develop a full and complete inhale and a long, slow exhale. Good. Let's take another deep and full breath here, inhaling deeply. Good, and exhale completely. Nice. You can continue with eyes closed, or if you like to open them softly. Go right ahead. We're going to drop the chin down towards the chest. Keeping the chest lifted. Continuing those nice deep breaths. Good, and then taking the chin all the way up towards the ceiling. Nice and slow. Good. Bringing the chin back to level. We're going to take our gaze nice and slow over towards the right shoulder. Take a breath here. Allow the neck to stretch. Good. And then nice and slow over to the left shoulder. Good. And back to center. Good. Let's roll the shoulders a little bit here. Just rolling them up towards the ears. Nice big circles. Good. And then when you're ready, we'll go the opposite direction. Good. Nice. And just begin to bring a little more movement into the upper body, maybe one shoulder, and let the rib cage move from side to side, beginning to loosen up through the hips. Beautiful. All right. From here, let's place the right hand down on your side, maybe the floor or the mat. We're going to inhale and lift that left arm straight up and reach nice and tall. Taking another deep inhale, lengthen, and on the exhale, we're going to bend the body over to the right. Good. Push the left sit bone down. Good. Stay with your breath here. Keep the left shoulder back. Good. And now bringing movement into the neck. Let's take our gaze down towards the floor. And then nice and slow, we're going to move our gaze up towards our hand above our head. Good. Bring the neck back to neutral. And we'll come up to seated nice and slow, bringing that left hand down to the floor. Inhale, right arm up. Reach, lengthen the spine. And on the exhale, we'll bend to the left. Good. Keep that right sit bone down. Good. When you're ready, taking your gaze down towards the floor. And then nice and slow, we'll bring it up overhead. Nice. Bring the gaze back to neutral and release that arm down to the floor. And then we'll gently windmill the arms side to side, staying with your breath. Good. Taking your time. Beautiful. One more time on each side. Nice. And then from here, let's take our time make our way up slowly to a tabletop position. Keeping your blanket under the knees, if you like a little cushion here. If not, we'll just move that blanket off to the side. So in our table, first, we're going to separate the knees and bring the hips back. We'll come into our child's pose. Let the arms be soft here. You're welcome to stretch them out long, but I'm going to take it easy for a moment. We'll stretch out the back, and then walking hands out to the left. And keep our hips down, stretch. Breathe into the right side. Good. Into the middle, and then over to the right. Beautiful. Back to center, and then we'll make our way up to our tabletop position. Keeping our belly in firm. Good. We'll bring the hands under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. Good. We'll start our cat and cow stretches. On the inhale, sink the belly down, let the hips lift, and let the chest lift. Good. And then on your exhale, we'll pull in the navel, arch the spine, draw the head down. Release all of your breath. Good. And then starting again, inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Take a few more at your own pace. Release. Good. Take your last one. And relax. Back to your table. Coming to a nice flat spine, we'll come to our spinal balance. So a couple variations here. We're going to take our right leg back, but we can start with the toes on the mat and push the heel back, stretching into the calf. Begin to engage through the core, and then once you're ready, we'll slide the left fingertips forward. Good. We can balance here. If it feels good today, we'll go ahead and lift that right leg, and then the left arm. Lengthening the spine. Keep our gaze down towards the mat. Good. Breathe and lengthen. Nice. Let's release. Back to the mat. And then other side, left foot goes back first, starting with the toes on the mat. Push through the heel. Good. Maybe slide right fingertips forward. Engage the core. We can stay right here, or we can lift that left leg and then lift the right arm. Notice your nice long spine, neck and head are parallel to the mat. Breathe. Good. And release. Keeping in our tabletop, let's walk the hands forward just a little bit. We're going to gently bring the body forward, keeping the knees and the feet on the mat. And then let's exhale. Bring the hips all the way back. Stretch the back out all the way. Beautiful. Rocking the body forward. Good. Releasing it back. Nice. Let's take one more. Good. Draw the hips back. Beautiful. From here, we're going to walk the hands back and curl the toes. We're going to make our way up to standing pose, Tadasana. Standing mountain pose, take your time, coming up slow. Good. From here, we'll find our standing mountain pose. Let's bring a weight into our feet, maybe lifting all your toes, separate them wide and put them back down. Good. Begin to activate through the legs. Feel the kneecaps lift, engage the upper quadriceps. Good. Feel the belly tucked and lift the chest. Let's draw the shoulders up towards the ear, roll them to the back. Let the hands rest out to the side. If you're comfortable here, close the eyes and we'll tune into our breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Quieting the mind. We take this time to draw all of our awareness inside the body. Good. Take one more breath. Good. And relax. Good. From here, we'll keep that hip width stance on the feet, hip distance. Let's bring the arms up, look up, and then we'll exhale into heart center. Good. Let's try a couple more of these. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Good. Inhale and exhale. Good. One last one. Inhale and exhale. Good. So we're going to come back to those with the arms, and we're going to add our forward fold with it. Always in our fold, we want to keep the knees soft. We don't want to lock out the knees when we're folding forward. Also, keeping the belly tucked really helps with the low back. So we'll take it up on the inhale. Inhale. On the exhale, we're going to bring the arms out wide this time. Begin to fold the body forward, bending the knees. We'll come all the way down, maybe fingertips to the floor, maybe to the shins or the ankles. Good. Inhale, come up halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good. And then our inhale brings us all the way to standing and release through heart center. Good. Let's do that one again. I'll do this one from the side. So inhale. Good. Exhale, arms wide. We begin to fold the body forward, bending into the knees. Good. Inhale to a halfway lift. Nice flat spine. Exhale, fold. Good. And then our inhale brings us all the way up. Exhale. Heart center. Good. One last round. Inhale. And exhale, forward bow. Good. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, all the way up. And exhale. Release. Wonderful. All right. Let's reset the feet. Hip distance. We're coming into chair pose. So take a nice breath here. We're going to bring the arms up. One little note about chair pose. If our feet are separated, when we come into chair pose, our knees will stay separated. If you're more comfortable with feet together, please bring the knees together in chair pose. We don't ever want to separate feet and have knees dropping in or dropping out for that matter. Good. Okay. Let's begin. We're going to take a nice big inhale up. Lift the spine, get nice and long, and then bring the hips back into your chair. Now take a peek down. You still want to see your toes. Good. Maybe lifting the chest here. We're going to try to bring the arms up by the biceps. If there's any issues with shoulders, we can bring the hands to heart center. Good. Whichever one you're in, stay with it. Stay one more breath. Good. We're going to lift those arms, keeping them lifted, straighten the legs, and come all the way up onto toes. Tuck the belly. Squeeze into the legs. Keep the ankles nice and strong. Lift. Good. And then release the arms. Good. Let's start our standing postures. We're going to stand at the top of our mats and step back with the left foot. Good. Take a nice wide stance. The back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Let's hands on the hips and bring everything back to the front of the mat. So we want to square the hips forward, bring the chest forward. Good. From here, bend the front knee. Nice. And then next, we'll lift arms into warrior one. Take a breath. Nice. And then release the right hand to the hip. We're going to side bend over towards the right. Reach. Good. From here, release. We'll let that left hand come to the back. Pivot the hips out to the left a little bit. And then opening the arms into warrior two. Take your gaze over your right fingertips. Relax the shoulders down and just let the arms reach out. Beautiful. Good. From here, we'll move with our breath. Inhale. Bring the arms up. Straighten the leg. And then exhale. Come back to warrior two. Good. Inhale. Good. And exhale. Nice. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. From here, drop that left hand back. We're going to lift the right arm up. Breathe into the right side of your body. Nice. And then from here, release with a bent elbow. We're going to bring that elbow down onto the knee. Bring the left shoulder back. Maybe lift the left arm. That left arm can also stay right there on the hip. Good. Nice open chest. Wherever you are today is perfect for you. You can also bring that arm out over the head. Good. And release. Let's come up nice and slow. Straighten the front leg. Once again, opening the arms for triangle pose. Simultaneously move the arms, revolving into our triangle. Good, keeping the chest open. We want to keep our gaze either at the foot or looking up towards the hand. Good, take one more breath here. And come up nice and slow. Beautiful. Let's step that left foot forward. And take 1 or 2 breaths. Maybe grab a little water. Catching your breath a little bit. Great job, everyone. All right, let's move to the other side. So from here, we'll be stepping our right foot back. Nice. Again, hands on the hips. We want to bring those hips back to the front. Beautiful. Bend the front knee. Nice. And then we'll lift the arms into warrior one. Lift from the chest. Good. Bring that left hand to your hip. Keep that right arm reaching. And then we'll side bend over to the left. Breathe. Beautiful. When we release, bring the right arm to the back. Extend the left arm in front. Warrior two. Good. Relax through the shoulders. Soften your gaze over the left fingertips. Beautiful. Flowing with your breath. We're going to move arms up, legs straight. Inhale, and then exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Right arm comes back. We're going to lift our gaze into reverse warrior. Breathe into the left side of your body. Beautiful. And then release, bending into the elbow. We're going to bring that elbow all the way down to the knee. Draw that right shoulder back. You can stay right here, or maybe just raise right arm over the body or out over the head. Whatever feels good to you. Get a nice long stretch that's appropriate for your body. Good. And then come up nice and slow, straightening your left leg. We'll extend the arms once again, and then we'll move both arms into our triangle. Good. Just coming down to where you're comfortable. The top arm can always be on the hip as an option. Good. We don't need to overstretch this other hand all the way down. You can come to a comfortable place on the leg. So always doing what's best for your body. Good. Come up nice and slow, and then pivot that left foot in. We'll bring hands to the hips. Good. Maybe pigeon toe a little bit here. Keeping hands on the hips, we're going to keep a nice flat back and bring the body forward to a nice slow halfway fold. Just send the hips back, nice and slow. Perfect. Maybe bend the knees a little bit here, right and left, right and left. Just stretching out that inner leg. Beautiful. And then back to center. We're going to tuck the belly all the way up. Good. Let's pivot towards the top of our mats now and drop down to our table. Good. Bring the hips back to the feet, and then we're going to make our way around all the way to seated and bring the legs out in front. Good. We'll come into our seated staff pose. So come back to your blankets here if you feel the need, or just a little more comfort. Good. Let's come up nice and straight. We're going to flex those toes towards the face. Good. Lift the chest. Tuck the belly here. So on a nice straight spine, take a nice deep breath. Good. Nice. Slowing it down now. Good. All right, let's lift hands overhead, looking up, and then we'll release the heart center. Beautiful. This time we'll lift up overhead. We're going to open to the right. Separate the arms and open and release. Good. Lift and open left. Good. Come back. Stretch up as tall as you can and release. Nice. Let's cross the legs. Good. Come up nice and tall on the sit bones. Beautiful. Sitting up nice and tall. Take a nice deep breath here. We'll take 2 or 3 inhales here we'll release our exhales through an open mouth. So take a nice big inhale and exhale. Inhale. Good. One more time. Inhale. Nice. Good. Let's bring the right hand to the left knee. Let those left fingertips come behind. And we're just going to bring those fingertips to the floor. We'll still have the chest facing forward. Good. So we take our inhale, lengthen through the spine, lift the chest, and then on the exhale, we'll turn and look over the left shoulder. Keep breathing in your twist. Good. One more breath. Nice. Then we'll come back nice and slow and release. Let's take that left hand to the right knee. Bring the right fingertips behind, keeping the chest lifted here, facing forward. We're going to fill with air, lifting the spine, lifting the chest. Get nice and tall on your in-breath, and then on your out-breath, we'll release, twisting to the right, looking over the right shoulder. Good. Release nice and slow. Beautiful, everyone. Please, and bring the hands onto the shins. Leave yourself some room here, rolling back. Draw the knees into the belly. Give yourself a nice squeeze here, maybe a little rocking side to side, with some gentle movement. When you're ready, bring the hands behind the legs. Let's extend the legs up, flex the toes towards the face. And then we'll pedal out the feet. Good. Nice. Bring the feet down nice and slow. Good. We're going to separate the feet at hip distance. Roll the shoulders under the body. Walk the feet up close to the hips. We're going to tuck the belly a little bit here, coming into our bridge pose. Take on our inhale, we're going to push into the feet, squeeze into the glutes, and lift the hips. Try to come a little bit more onto the shoulders, rolling them under. Good, and breathe here. Take a nice deep breath. Beautiful. And release down. Good. Let's take a breath. We're going to try one more time. Take a nice big inhale, pushing into the feet. And then we'll lift the hips. Good. And release. Nice. From here, let's bring the right knee, our right ankle over the left knee. Good. And push that knee open. Feel a nice space through the hip. Good. And then if it's available, we'll begin to lift that left foot. Maybe roll up. Interlace the fingers. Draw it back. Feeling a little movement here, maybe a little rocking side to side will feel good. Good. Or maybe extending the leg will feel good. You can still roll softly on the low back here. A nice little massage, a nice stretch through the right hip. Good. Let's bring that foot down and uncross. And try the other side. Bringing the left ankle onto the right knee, opening. Take a breath here. Feel that space at the top of the leg coming into the hip joint. Nice. Here we'll begin to lift the right foot. Maybe reach behind, interlace the fingers, and draw that knee back towards you. Good. And here finding that same movement. Maybe a little rocking side to side will feel good here. Noticing that stretch. Maybe extending the right leg. Good. Stay with your breath. Wonderful. Beautiful. All right. We'll bring both feet back down to the mat. Go ahead and bring your feet to the distance of your mat, nice and wide. And we're going to bring the knees side to side, windshield wipers. Good. Nice and slow. Take the time to feel each stretch in the side of the body. Beautiful. Nice. All right. From here, we're going to draw that right knee in. Squeeze the right knee. your left leg out. Good. Nice. And from here, we're going to draw that right knee over to the left. Good. And then open your right arm. Turn your gaze to the right, coming into your twist. Take a nice deep breath into the right side. Good. One more breath. Good. Release. Nice and slow. Extend the right leg, and then we'll draw that left knee up. Nice squeeze. Right leg's extended. Good. Bringing the hand onto the left knee. We're going to bring it over to the right, roll, and then extend your left arm out. Maybe take your gaze out to the right. Good. I'm sorry, gaze to the left. Nice. Take one more breath. Rolling back onto the back. And then let's go ahead and stretch out on our mats. And take the few moments here to make yourself nice and comfortable. I'm going to sit up. Go ahead and find your most comfortable pose for our final posture, Shavasana, most important pose. Take a few extra moments to get yourself nice and comfortable. Release your entire body onto your mat and close your eyes. Bring all the awareness back to your breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. Giving yourself this time to allow your body to absorb your practice. Beginning to feel heaviness traveling up through the feet and in through the legs and the upper legs, coming into the hips. Let the hips relax, soften the belly. Relax the chest and shoulders, and the neck and the head, and soften the face. And then allow yourself to sink into stillness. And allow yourself to let go of all things that no longer serve you as you rest in Shavasana. I encourage you to stay in your Shavasana just as long as you would like to. Take all the rest you need. It's important to get sufficient rest during this challenging time of our lives. So always take that time for yourself. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Lowering the head towards the heart as we bow to our practice, to each other, and to ourselves. Namaste.